Hi there, my name's Callum and today I'm going to be talking to you about cryptocurrency, Ethereum in specific. Why am I talking about cryptocurrency? Well, in the past 6 months alone, cryptocurrency has completely taken the market by storm. With Bitcoin reaching over $60,000 and Ethereum reaching over $2,000, it's changing the future and how people think about investing. So I'm here today to talk to you about Ethereum, how it works, the pros and cons, so it can kind of give you an idea whether you should invest your money into it or not. And I know Ethereum's been a big thing for a while now, but if you just started investing in the crypto world, you have no idea what you're doing, or you've been doing it for a while, this video will still be good for you, as hopefully it gives you some new tips and tricks, or just teaches you the basics. So make sure to stick all the way through to the end so you get a full understanding on how Ethereum works. You can talk to your friends about it and be the guru in the room. And I must say, if you like this sort of content around crypto, investing, finance, entrepreneurial mindset, then be sure to subscribe, as you'll be seeing a lot more of this content coming soon. So if you want to understand how Ethereum actually works, you have to understand how the internet works. Whenever you register for something, use apps, sign up, all your information gets saved on different specific servers, which all cooperate with each other through a specific cloud. This infrastructure is collecting and offering data for the company. That's offering computer power and server management. And most of these computer servers are operated by big companies like Microsoft, Amazon, AWS, and 120 companies out of the S&P 500, which bearing in mind is the top 500 companies in America, is using these sort of servers. So that's everything from Netflix, Twitch, Facebook, all the big sort of websites and apps that you use at the moment. They are all using these big servers to save and store your information. Now, doing this is very useful for the companies, as they can use this database and not have to build up their own infrastructure from the ground. But there are three main problems in doing this. They are also the three biggest strengths of the Ethereum network. Number one, the web infrastructure is actually in the hands of a big private company, such as Amazon for AWS. And they charge very high fees for the services of their web customers, such as Netflix, Twitter, Facebook, etc. And then these fees get passed on to the end consumer. Number two, these web service companies control what sort of information is stored on these servers. And they can control what internet sites and apps are being allowed to be published on their network. And a good example for this is the fight between Fortnite and Apple. And number three, your data is in the hands of a private company, which means they have full access to all the data that you've given them, and there is always a possibility that it could be hacked. And here's where Ethereum comes into the game. So you can see Ethereum as a web service, but without the middleman. And as a third party, it isn't private and it's distributed all over the world for people to use. And then without a middleman, the running cost of computer systems become cheaper due to decentralization. And it's harder to get the information or even get it shut down. Now, the Ethereum blockchain is very similar to the Bitcoin blockchain, but there are two main differences. Number one, smart contracts. Now, these are very hard to understand, so I'll explain them the best I can. So these are some transaction policies who are defining under which circumstances transactions can be made. These rules are called smart contracts and building the base of trustless transactions. These are trustless because every transaction has to require the restrictions of the smart contract, otherwise it won't happen. And once the rules are set, they can't be changed. Ethereum is needed to run these smart contracts and applications and can be basically seen as a fuel to run the network. A simple example of the smart contract is when Bob pays Eric 300 Ethereum, Bob now owns the house. And without the smart contract, they would need to require a third-party company like a bank, a lawyer, a house broker, for example. And the second difference between Ethereum and Bitcoin is dApps, which is basically decentralized applications that can be run on a blockchain. And they're basically written on a server, so anyone can make them. And if that sounded confusing, I'm sorry, I really know it is. There's just no really easy way to explain it. So the main bit, the pros and cons of Ethereum. The first pro is that it's public, anyone can use it. It's not a private institution or a private company, so no one owns the data. Yes, this guy called Vitalik Buterin is running the network, but he doesn't own it. Another pro of Ethereum is that the possibilities are completely endless. Plus Ethereum 2 is coming to the market, which is sort of a massive upgrade on everything. Another pro is, like I was saying, Ethereum wants to eliminate the middleman, not just in the web service world, but also in the financial world, which could be absolutely enormous. Imagine banking, loans, interest payments, all working through a blockchain without the bank actually charging fees. Back in 2020, the whole banking industry was worth about $6.2 trillion, and Ethereum wants to come for all of that. Another pro about Ethereum is that the technology is made to save loads and loads of time and money and gives people the power of their own data. And the final pro that I would say is that unlike Bitcoin, where it's literally just a store of value, it's a coin like gold that just holds value. Ethereum has a whole network running behind it, so it has real world uses. And that's why I think it will shoot up in price so much. So what are the cons of Ethereum? Well, at the moment, the fees are enormous. But like I was saying earlier, Ethereum is upgrading to Ethereum 2, which will hopefully give it more sustainability and make it more secure overall, but this can take some time. And the second con is that there are other crypto projects coming for Ethereum, like Neo and Tron, with lower transaction fees, and in these networks, more transactions per second are possible. but we will see how Ethereum upgrades with Ethereum 2 to sort of battle this. So that's the pros and cons of Ethereum, what Ethereum is. But in my opinion, I really like the idea behind Ethereum. It's like Bitcoin is in a store of value, but has a whole network running behind it, so it has real life uses, which makes it so much more valuable in my eyes. And I like the idea of it giving the centralized power from Google and Amazon back to the network. And if Ethereum can upgrade into Ethereum 2 and sort of battle the challenges that Neo and Tron pose of faster processing and cheaper transaction fees, then I don't really see a big risk of them being able to take over. And I believe everything that is happening right now with Ethereum is just a beginning, and we have no idea how the internet is going to change and how Ethereum is going to benefit it, as it's all going to push it in a decentralized direction. So I personally hold Ethereum, and I hold it to the greatest standard in my portfolio, as I really see great benefit for it in the future. So I really hope I helped you out of that sort of summary of what Ethereum is, pros and cons, and my opinion of it. Maybe it gave you some insight, maybe it didn't. If you liked it, leave a like, subscribe for more content like this coming to your faces. And let me know in the comments below if you have any other questions about crypto, investing, finance, and I'll be sure to get back to you. Maybe I'll even make a video on it. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe. It helps me out a lot. All my socials are down below. If you want to contact me, you can do that down below in the description as well. And I'll see you next time.